Hey guys, this is Patrick Riddle with Private Money Blueprint. I'm super excited because we have a couple of deep content trainings for you this week. And this is one of them. And the big problem, okay, the huge problem that people have with getting private money comes down to the process that they use. At Private Money Blueprint, we have a 3-step simple process that you take people through. That's a structured sales process that gets your prospect interested. It builds their desire, and it takes you through certain steps in the right order, in the most effective order, to get your private lenders beating down your door to fund your deals. Now, not only are we going to cover the process, but this week we're also going to, once you understand the inner workings of the most effective process for getting the money, we're going to dig into the fears that hold you back from implementing this proven process. So, grab a pen and pad. And I'm excited to be coming at you here from my pad out on Isle of Palms. It's staring at the beach right behind me, which I'll show you in a bit. But it's right north of Charleston, South Carolina. And another beautiful day. Got my flops on, so I'm happy. So let's dig in. The big problem. One of our students reached out to me, who is in Canada, one of our Private Money Blueprint members, and he was running into roadblock after roadblock and not getting private money, and couldn't figure it out. Why? And so we scheduled a phone call. You know, I hop on the phone with him, and I just start asking him some simple questions about specifically what he was doing in his process. And he explained to me that they had made their prospect list. Some of these were warm contacts, some of them were people who they met networking at the RIA event, or just any contacts that they have, any leads that seemed like good private money candidates. And what he was doing is he was calling these prospects, and he'd start to try to go through the private money process, but what ended up happening is one of the things that I learned in some advanced sales training, what he was doing is he was spilling the candy in the lobby. And what that means is he was just verbally throwing up all the information about the detailed information about his investment opportunities way out of order. And he was going over these details, just calling up people, talking to them on the phone, letting them know the specific rates or how the investments were structured or the paperwork, going into all these details before he actually gained the attention and interest of his prospects to begin with. And it's a simple fix. It really is. So I refer to him back to the Private Money Blueprint system and the actual process that we found that works the best. And he took it and is off and running, getting private money now. And so if you've been frustrated because you're not getting any private money, or you're not getting as much as you think you should and know you should, then this is going to be an eye-opener for you. And yes, I do have some notes here. I don't want to leave anything out, and we've got a lot to cover. So go ahead and write this down. Before we dive into the 3 simple steps, I want you to understand that getting private money equals personal relationships. Period. Relationships that you form and foster. People that you meet. It doesn't matter where the lead comes from. Whether it's someone you already know, someone you meet out and about wherever you go, a work colleague, a private lender through public records. Doesn't matter where the lead comes from. It's about the personal relationship. Genuinely caring about the prospect, getting to know them, and then taking them through this 3-step structured process. So put a star by that. Private money equals personal relationships. That's important to understand. If you think that you can just go out and find some private lender who's already out there, or some company who's just going to fund you deals with private money, some faceless company, good luck finding it, because from my experience, it's not out there. But what is out there is a ton of people who are frustrated with loss in the stock market, sick and tired of low returns, and are looking for an investment alternative. That's what you can provide through your real estate opportunities. So, for those of you who are taking notes, write this down. These are the 3 steps that we're going to walk through. And if you're not taking notes, get a pen and pad and write this down. Okay? Step number 1, you're going to be talking big picture and pain. And I'm going to give some examples, a couple examples here. So number 1 step, big picture and pain. So in reference to big picture, you don't want to, in step 1, you don't want to go over any details, the finite details of your program, because at this stage in the game, you want to get their interest and curiosity piqued about the kind of opportunities that you have, so that they're yearning to learn more from you. And so an example of big picture would be, let's just say that you have a contact who you want to transition to step 2, if you want to go ahead and write this down, which is the formal appointment. Step 2, the formal appointment. That's where you sit down and take them through the PowerPoint presentation. So in step 1, we're talking big picture and pain. So a big picture example, let's say that you have a prospect that you want to get into that sit-down appointment. Then you could say something like, Mr. Prospect or Miss Prospect, with some of the things that I'm doing right now in my real estate investing, I would hate for a year from now for you to figure out what I'm doing, the kind of opportunities that I have, and be upset with me, and be mad at me because I didn't share it with you sooner. And you may not be interested, this might not interest you, and that's fine if not. But would you like to get together and I have a short little presentation I can just walk you through? And heck, maybe you can even just give me some feedback on it. Would that be something that we could do? And boom, I haven't gone over any details. I've just painted the big picture and used some powerful wording to get them into the appointment. Now, if they start to ask detailed questions, you've achieved exactly what you want in step 1. Which is you've raised their curiosity. They want more information. So when they ask you for more detailed questions and information, that's when you transition to step number 2. Now, real quick, before we get to step number 2, I said number 1 is big picture and pain. And so pain, whenever you're talking with potential prospects, you want to find out if they're motivated. I only like to work with motivated prospects, whether they're buyers, sellers, potential private lenders. And so start asking them about their investing experience. Maybe they do some real estate investing, or just in the stock market they invest, or they've got an IRA that's lost a bunch of money the last few years, or whatever. But start to dig in and just find out. You can say, I'm into real estate investing. What kind of investing do you do? Really? Well, how's that working out for you? Tell me more. A couple other questions like how long, like if they start telling you that they've lost money, or that they're not making the kind of returns that they want, you can ask them, how long has this been a problem? What have you done about it, or what are you going to do about it? And you just really start to dig in to that pain, because if you find that your prospect is losing money in whatever traditional investments they have, or they're not making the kind of returns that they would like, then really dig in there, because that's going to bring out their motivation, and it's going to be much more easy to transition to step number 2. So, step number 2, write it down. It is the formal appointment. Now, biggest tip that I can give you is the formal appointment. This is where you use my private lender PowerPoint presentation. You just customize it. It's plug and play. And then you just walk your prospect through it. Lucky for you, it already has a sales process built within the presentation. It does a lot of the work for you. But what most people don't realize is the presentation, the purpose, it's not about you showing off who you are and your company and your great opportunities. Sure, that's part of it. I mean, you are going to be educating your prospects through the process and let them know what you do and why you borrow from private lenders and the opportunity in today's market. You're going to be going over that information, just walking them through the presentation. But the purpose is to dig in and get to know your prospect. The presentation is really all about your prospect. It's about you going through, there's 3 slides that are the investor evaluation slides. Guess what? We're positioning ourselves as the one evaluating them. And that kind of turns the table. That puts us in the reluctant role. We're the one evaluating whether or not they're right for our opportunities. Because they may not have the funds to participate in our opportunities. They may not have the funds available on the time frame that we need them. They may have unrealistic expectations on rate of return. Those are all reasons why they wouldn't be a good prospect for us. And you're diagnosing your prospects during the formal appointment, and that's big, because you're totally reversing the roles. You're positioning yourself in the authority position. You're positioning yourself as the one qualifying them. Instead of being that guy who doesn't follow a structured private money prospect and just goes out and verbally just throws up on people that they don't even know, telling them that they pay this rate of return and here's how it's secured and here's the paperwork. You know, that's what doesn't work. But there's a process that does, and you're learning it right now. So step number 1, the big picture and pain. And really, I mean, you want to hit on pain throughout all the steps because that elicits that motivation, that desire to want to change and make a decision on a new kind of opportunity. Step 2 is the formal appointment. Step number 3, write this down, is you're going to follow up with the right deals. Okay? Follow up with the right deals. Now, what do I mean by right deals? Here's what I mean. During the formal appointment, you're going to be gathering all kinds of good information, like what kind of range of funds do they have when they find the right investment opportunity, or what kind of time frame they're on when they find the right investment opportunity. You're going to find out what a good investment, what kind of return that pays, or how that would be structured. So after you complete step number 2, then you leave the appointment and you know exactly how to present the perfect investment opportunity to your prospect. So then all you do in step 3 is follow up with them each and every time you have a deal that, based on the information you have for them, matches their goals and needs. And that's it. That's the 3-step process that most people that struggle and fail and don't have any or don't get as much private money as they want don't follow that simple process. 1, big picture and pain. 2, the formal appointment. 3, follow up with the right deals. And when you present a deal that perfectly matches what you've already, information that you've gotten from your prospect, the likelihood of them saying yes to that next deal just skyrockets. And before you know it, you've got private money accessible for your deals, and you're crushing it in today's market. And I wanted to share with you a couple of our members who are doing some awesome things. And these are our Private Money Blueprint members. This is really cool. Let's see here. Because we're all about the teaming. You know, Private Money Blueprint, we're a family. We love our members, we support our members, and we're all about the back end, getting results. That's what does it for me. That's what energizes the entire Private Money Blueprint team and helps us just drive forward, keeping on pushing. And it's time for you, like if you want results, just like a couple of our students that I'm going to share with you, then it's time to draw that line in the sand, period, and commit to the 3-step process that I just went through. Now this is a picture of one of our members, Chris Craig, and I hanging out, living a good life there. And Chris is doing some really, really cool things now. We got this email. I'm going to show you a couple little messages. We got this email from Chris. And let me see if I can hold it up. You know, the headline here, 2 million to lend. I'm just going to read a little bit of it to you. I've been very busy taking massive action. Bought another property at auction on Monday. This is back in June. I have a $45,000 spread, so I am happy. All right. He goes on to say he's got 2 private lenders on the hook. The best part, one of them has $2 million to lend. Things are growing so fast now. Boom. And then just a few months later here on Facebook, Chris updates, just accepted an above asking price offer on my Phoenix house, bought, renovated, and under contract in 83 days. Now that's something to smile about. Chris, buddy, congrats from the PMBP family. All right, and then we have, man, I loved this update. This is just from last week. One of our Private Money Blueprint members, Shay Bynes. Shay, let me give you the close-up. This is Shay with her family, hanging out, having a good time, and I absolutely love this. I shared it with our entire Private Money Blueprint team. 100K in 24 hours. Check this out. She said, spoke with a friend about how to get private money for her real estate deals. She calls me in 24 hours and has $100,000 secured from 2 people. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Like, one of our goals with Private Money Blueprint is to empower our students with the knowledge and the training to not only go out and do this business themselves, but to empower them to be able to help others and teach others on how to get private money for their deals. So this is what I'm talking about. Thank you, Shay. Thank you very much for being a Private Money Blueprint member, studying, taking action. Congrats on your successes. So, now, if you're a Private Money Blueprint member already, then I'm sure that you recognize this process that we just went through, because it's the basis of easily getting private money. And if a thing's working, why change it? You know, don't fix what ain't broken. So take this process, and here's what I want to do. For those of you, I want to give you an awesome resource. Because in step 3, when you're following up with your prospects with specific deals, we actually have a loan offering template that a buddy of ours let us swipe and provide to our members, our students. And he runs a huge trust deed company out west. And I'm talking big. This guy's gotten over $100 million in private money. And he let us swipe his template for submitting an opportunity to his prospects. And guess what? Here's your opportunity to get that template for free. All you have to do is head down if you're watching this on the Private Money Blueprint blog, which is at privatemoneyblueprint.com, head down to the comment area and leave a comment with your commitment to sticking to the 3-step Private Money Blueprint, private money getting process. Put your commitment there, leave your best email address, and we will email you that form for free. Yes, we're here for you. You know, let's make this happen. We went through the 3 steps. I gave you tips in each one. Now you get a killer resource to help you so that you can start following up with your lenders with specific deals in a way and on a form that has been proven to work. All right, we've got another killer content training coming at you here in a couple days. Be on the lookout for that email as soon as you see it, open it. Because there are fears that even when you know this simple 3-step process, there are fears that do their very best to hold you back and keep you stuck in your comfort zone, keep you stuck in the current state that you're in, not getting private money or not getting nearly as much as you want or should be. So, coming at you with more content soon. This has been Patrick Riddle with Private Money Blueprint. I'm out of here, and I am back to chilling here at the beach. It's a little bright outside, kind of hard to see it, but I'm going to go check out the beach, and we will talk again soon.